Adib, are you a dog person or a cat person? You can treat me as a pet. Just from how much I love all animals. And no, I'm not talking about my friends here. For me, I love all animals in all their forms. Whether they are domestic or wild, if they fly or crawl, it doesn't matter. Because I'm sure I haven't left a single species that cost less than $10 without bringing it into my house. Anyway, I love them all. But I never thought before now that I love birds. I love these cute little feathery and edible things. Especially the edible part. For me personally, I love the smart type of birds that you can build a fun relationship with and that can get attached to you in a really special way. I like to imagine them as babies, and honestly that's not much different from reality and how they act all the time. They need a lot of care and a lot more care, and to have the ability to handle a lot of bites. A lot. And of course, the strength of their bite differs from one parrot to another, and female parrots have stronger bites than males. You're gonna understand why I said that soon when I tell you about my story. For a person who lived alone for a good amount of time in a small room that has a single socket and a broken lamp, and just like a vampire, every time the curtain let a little sunlight in, I go like... Of course I'm gonna feel sad and lonely, and that feeling sucks a lot. I think it's all because of the anxiety to miss up something you really needed to work. Now! I have no time to be anxious or to bother other people and ruin their day. And honestly, I don't think I'm that important anyway. Because of that, I decided to become a YouTuber. Why didn't I choose any different career? Anyway, as a person who lived through all this anxiety, even before puberty, I had to find me something that would distract me from all this life stuff. I did have a couple of online friends, and they really helped to ease the feeling I had. But the loneliness I'm talking about was kind of different. See all these weird feelings? All of these feelings would go away if I just had a pet or something to take care of, and spoil, and feed, and to make it an exact copy of me. But the problem is that I'm kind of broke at the moment. I need to find something that doesn't eat much and has the ability to show feelings and desires other than surviving, biting me, and sitting on my face while I'm sleeping. And of course I trashed the idea back then. And after a year and a half, enough! I need to find something to entertain me! Since I made my first art commission back then, and it turned out that it came from someone really close to me, and I wanted to thank her so much for supporting this artist. With the new money I had, I bought everything I needed to stay alive. For someone whose entire diet at the time consisted of pasta and yogurt. And I had some money saved for the day that I would need them, which turned out to be every day. So while I was shopping with Anos, you know Anos? No, you don't. It happened out of nowhere that we stopped in a pet shop. Oh, they look so real. But I don't think they eat pasta. Yeah, you're right. I would like to get something cheap. I was thinking you could buy... Yep, thanks for the idea, Anos. I think a parrot would be good. I mean, you can... But they are so expensive. You can try to... I'm thinking of a cockatiel. Sir, how much for it? $300. Don't you have any cheaper alternatives? There's Budgie. Badgie? They're like parrots, but just the annoying part. You'll find them in that cage. And how much for one? They're like $2 each. Really? Okay, it's time to choose one of them. I'm going to describe what I saw that day. In the shadowy corner of the cage, 4 birds stand with terror etched upon their faces. One sitting on the ground, its feathers blocked. Another's tail feathers are similarly ruffled. And all of them, every single bird is consumed by an expression of fear. And from the darkest corner of the cage approaches a very cute and fluffy white bird that I really like. Because it looks easy to draw if I ever wanted to make an animation channel in the future. Can you give me this one? Of course I can. Why would I can? Of course I can. Thanks a lot. Here's your money. Oh, don't worry about it at all. No, sir, I can't accept it. You should take money for your honest work. Yes, you're right. Thanks so much. No problem. And if I ever need to buy seeds or anything, or even bring her back here if she gets sick so you can help her, I will come back here just for you. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye. And that's how I met Medusa. And if you're asking why her name is Medusa, this is Medusa. See how cute it is? Medusa is a special bird, and I named her Medusa because she is a bit bit more aggressive than most birds, and turning her from an unaliving machine that neutralizes anyone near her into an unaliving machine that neutralizes only the outsiders near her only took 2 months. After she got used to me, I started taking her out of her cage so she could be more comfortable. 2 days after that, she started getting out of the cage on her own without even asking me. My relationship with her is like this. I need her, but she doesn't even need me. You could say it's a one-sided love story. It's sad, but so real. The important fact that you should know is that birds are exactly like humans. Their care must be carried out with love and tenderness, and they should become a part of a family? No. They also operate under the law of the jungle. Medusa, as I mentioned, barely got used to me being around. I don't know why. She got used to me spoiling her with fruits and snacks, and if I didn't, she will get out of her cage and pull out all of my hair without mercy. Now thinking about it, there are many weird things she does. 1. She has a special place for training to maintain her physical health and also the sharpness of her beak. Yup. Type F in the comments. 2. She likes to scream while I'm recording my videos, so I always kick her out. 3. When it's cold outside, she likes to get in my hair. I don't blame her, there's a lot of it. And there are many more things she does, but sadly I've forgotten most of them. Instead, let me tell you about her weird hatred towards strangers. And believe me, what I'm about to share is so unusual. Medusa hates strangers in a strange way. Of course, there are people she got used to, like Anas. After she took a chunk out of his hand, she realized there was no point and he will still annoy her anyway. And my dad! For some reason, he calls her Mafrusa. But for anyone else, ho 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 ho! What happened was that one of my relatives came to visit me uninvited, and I got so annoyed. You see, I don't like having someone I don't like in my house. It's my comfort space. I can't explain why I'm like that. It's just who I am. Where was I? I was with this annoying relative that was standing in my room, and the hatred was obvious on my face. And Medusa wasn't a big fan of him either. And maybe she sensed how annoyed I was. So when he started bothering her, she took matters into her own wings and charged at him and made him slam his face on the door. And I was so happy. I love you so much. And in general, she doesn't love me either. But I won't abandon my little cute girl. Right, Medusa? Right, Medusa? Right, Medusa? But I didn't make this video just to talk about Medusa, because I had a personal story I wanted to share. When I was young, my family had a small farm, and it was so beautiful. Like I said in the beginning, I used to love animals so much. And one of the things that caught my attention were the passing by horses. And the people that lived there were so nice and so generous with us. They truly were such good people. And one of our neighbors is someone I will name him Abbott. Not because I want to hide his identity. No, I literally forgot his name. Anyway, he had a huge black horse named Aaron. What's wrong with you? And he loved to share his horse with all of us. I got so excited because I hadn't tried riding a horse before. But I was so afraid because from my point of view as a kid, it looked so huge compared to me. I also heard the story from my dad about a boy who was riding a horse and the horse threw him on the ground and stopped on his stomach because the boy didn't listen to his mama and papa. So I was already pretty afraid of horses. But my neighbor's kids convinced me that, nah, Abed is going to ride with you. Nothing bad is going to happen, of course. Everything is okay. And when I rode on it, Abed decided to get down. So he can untie Aaron so he can move without the wagon so Aaron can move faster and be even more fun. And Aaron was just standing there, chilling. I don't know what my neighbor's kids did exactly. But what I do know is that he started running so fast! And me as a kid, I held to it like my life was on the line! And he's just running faster and faster, and I just kept holding on to him while I'm crying and seeing all the memories I had flashing in front of me! And I was sure I was going to die! And Aaron was running the fastest he can, and all I was thinking of was, I wish I didn't put too much salt on my mama's cooking! If only I listened, none of this would have happened! Now he's going to throw me on the ground and step on my stomach! And no one's gonna attend my funeral except my lion doll named Monkey! And in the end, it stopped on my other neighbors as a haystack that I call Mr. Happy. And in the end, my fear of horses went from being a mild feeling of discomfort to a permanent phobia. Because even now, I can't ride or even get close to any horse. And if you enjoyed this video, you're probably also going to enjoy this video. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. I'll make sure of that myself.